How's it going, everyone? I hope you all are doing well. My name is Sam, the Apostle. I would like to personally welcome you to the channel. I want to invite you to join me on this journey of creating and maintaining family generational wealth. I am a Forex educator for this company called The Wealth Builders. Their mission is simple. It's to teach the masses how to increase their credit, open up dropshipping stores, acquire real estate, and my personal favorite, learn, utilize, and manage a market that pumps out $6.6 trillion per day. Now, I'm sure you must be thinking, is this something I can actually accomplish myself? I had those same exact thoughts. Proverbs 18:21 says, life and death are in the power of the tongue. In order to change our thoughts, you must change our mind. Everything starts with a thought. If you are ready to take that initial step to secure your family's financial future, follow me on all my social media platforms. Links will be in the description below. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you soon.
Hello, YouTube family. Welcome again to the Lavish Visions YouTube page. And of course, Mama B in the house, here to have another great interview with another lavish leader. Family, please help me welcome Sam the Apostle. Hey, handsome.
Hey, Mama B, how you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm excited. We get to hear.
I'm excited as well.
You.
I have my water. I just got done eating a Greek salad, so I'm feeling healthy, feeling good. I'm ready to get going.
You ready to get going? Let's do this.
Yes, ma'am.
So, first, tell me how you joined the Lavish Visions community.
How did I join the Lavish Visions community? All right. Actually, funny story.
Okay.
When I first came into WB, I initially was not a part of the Lavish community. I joined WB right at the end of October of 2019.
Okay.
And at the time, I was working at this children's hospital called Labonte Children's Hospital. Some of you may know it. It's one of the premier children's hospitals in the world. I was a research assistant at the time. I knew I always wanted to help people, but at the same time, I didn't necessarily think that me being in the medical field would be my go-to.
Okay.
So one day I was sitting at home, scrolling on Instagram, just being nonchalant. Next thing I know, I came across this advertisement about something called The Wealth Builders.
Okay.
Of course, I was curious. They were talking about things like credit, drop shipping, and this thing called Forex. But all I saw was people making money, people that looked like me, and traveling, doing all the things. So of course, I click on the link, I reach out, and I would say about 2 weeks later, I'm in the WB program. Fast forward a little bit, I would say to December. Okay. I'm in the group. I'm starting to learn the craft. I'll be honest. Initially, it was not sticking for me. Like whatever reason.
Kind of sense.
Right. It made no kind of sense. But I was very, very, very fortunate to be in a group with a guy named Malik McCrae. I've always said that things happen for a reason. There's no such thing as coincidence. Sure. At the time, he was struggling as well. We were both like, okay, bro, we know this is something we want to do, but we need to figure this out. I will never forget it. Like the first week of January of 2020, he dropped a link in the group chat saying, hey guys, hop on a Zoom call. I need to talk to whoever wants to jump on. It was about 8 of us at the time. But when I tell you, Leak opened my eyes to what trading could be. At the time, he was very much a novice himself in that new form, but I believed in my boy. Something in the back of my head told me this is the guy I should ride with. Because again, truth be told, I was about to drop the program. If I'm being quite honest, I was a week away, like right on the edge. But they always say people quit right before that breakthrough comes. And I'm grateful I'm not one of those people.
That is so huge, because when you learn about the trading community, that's what happens. People get frustrated and they give up right before the turning point. And then it's crazy that you connected with somebody. So you didn't know Malik beforehand.
Not at all. Like, didn't know him, never heard of him, never heard of his father or anything like that. It was just this dude in the chat seemed cool. We would sit in charge back and forth for a time, and he was hungry to get that knowledge just like I was.
Now, let me dig a little deeper, because Mama B always want to be nosy. I want to be nosy. When you was searching the internet, You don't know what you was looking for, but what made you click that button? Like, what was going on in your life at that time that you felt like you needed to go look for something else?
Actually, when I clicked the button, I was on a discovery page. And normally, as you guys know, your discovery page normally lists different things you may have clicked on or had interest in. I had no idea drop shipping, Forex, or anything like that even existed. So that's why I was like, that must truly be divine intervention. And the reason I did click on that was because, again, I was well into my new career, fresh out of college. But at the same time, like, you have that feeling where you know you are where you're supposed to be. I was not getting that feeling at all. Yes, I was helping children. Yes, the environment was great. And yes, medical field. I don't know about you, but growing up, everyone told me if you're not an athlete or in the medical field or a lawyer, you're not going to make any money. So I adopted that same principle. But again, by the grace of God, I am grateful I clicked that button, because 9 times out of 10, I would have kept scrolling.
So would you say that was the turning point for you stepping into entrepreneurship?
Oh, absolutely. Because heck, I couldn't even spell entrepreneurship back then. Funny story. My grandfather on my dad's side was an entrepreneur in Vicksburg, Mississippi. He owned nightclubs, gas stations, repair shops, the whole 9 yards.
Okay.
I didn't find this out until I was well into my teenage years. All this time, unfortunately, he passed back in 2006. But all the time that I've known him when I was young, I had no idea he's done all of these things. So my dad truly believes like it skipped a generation and came to me. Because when I first told him about this, him and my mom, of course they looked at me like I was crazy. I did all that schooling in the medical field, went to college, got good grades, got a real job at a premier hospital. They don't want to tell them, oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna leave all that. It took a minute. I'm not even gonna lie.
Were they supportive?
Yes, they were supportive. They were supportive the best way they could, because of course, my parents growing up, all they knew is like, okay, you need a stable, good paying job in order to support yourself and support a future family. Yes, you knew my grandfather was an entrepreneur, but of course, these were different times now. My mom's an educator. There are so many kids going out there getting certain degrees, thinking they're going to come out with a guaranteed job. And unlike the past, that's just not the case. So I know that was out of love and being worried about my future, but they supported me, and I'm glad they did, because truthfully, without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
Oh, that's awesome. Isn't it interesting how certain information just doesn't reach our communities? And so when you step out there on faith and try something or attempt to go into a direction like this, it's like, how am I going to do this? Did you get that?
No, that's facts. I did, because like you said, it's unfortunate for our community that information like this isn't so readily available. And because of that reason, generational curses continue on and on and on, because people don't know how to break that cycle. And I know the information that we possess within our group and this company can help do just that. So I'm making it my life's mission to make sure as many people as possible, regardless of race, religion, gender, have this information and have an actual choice. Because at the end of the day, we can't make you take this information. We can't make you want to better your life for yourself, but we can help give you a choice. And that's all I really want to do.
And you're doing that. Now, how much has it helped your journey to be in a company that's Black owned by a young entrepreneur?
Like, the number one thing that comes to mind, I would have to say it really helped my mindset. Because again, back in college, I had the privilege of being able to travel into different countries for free because I got it paid through scholarships and whatnot. And in the back of my head, I was like, okay, I better enjoy this now, because this is the best it's going to get for a minute. It's going to be hard to get this money to come back, because I'll be working, I'll have other commitments, and I'm not going to be making that much starting off. But again, joining this company, meeting our CEO, Taekwon Burney, seeing he's in his early 30s, a multi-millionaire, creating other multi-millionaires, and traveling, teaching, doing all the things that he wants to do, that really blew my mind. Because in the back of your head, you knew, okay, someone's out there doing it, whether it's an athlete or an influencer. But Ty is just a normal guy. He's teaching normal, average Joes like myself how to become self-sufficient, gain generational wealth and then pass that on. So that blew my mind. And I knew that's an organization I really wanted to join.
Awesome. Do you think that the community within Lavish is a judgment-free zone?
The community within Lavish is truly one of one. Like I tell Malik all the time, like, I know we joke saying like, bro, you really are one of one. You are Malik McCray. It started with him. The foundation he built, me, Kenyon, you, Cut, Jordan, like the foundation we built within Lavish, that culture is truly unique within the 1%. Of course, there are plenty of other MLM and other networking companies out there, but not everyone has the mindset, mentality, and family vibes that we do. And I feel like that really helps propel us to the goals that we set for ourselves, because they are pretty lofty.
They are. And since you've been a member of WB and a leader on the Lavish Vision team, there is something else great that happened for you this year. What was that?
Yes, it is. Again, shout out Mama B for your support. But I am a WB Forex educator. And I will say this, Malik knew me from day one. Like the fact he had to trick me on the very first call I did for the group to actually teach. Okay, at first he was like, all right, bro, let's hold the screen for a few minutes. I'll be right back. That boy didn't come back. It was like a 40 minutes and I was just teaching. And from that point on, I was like, all right, bro, it's just a one and done. I'll help you this time. Now look at me. I mean, like, I know that I possess a skill that can help others. And the fact that I'm not sharing that would be a disservice. So why not?
Again, same thing I told Malik. Such a small phrase for such a big impact. It's unbelievable, right?
Exactly.
One of the things that you hear a lot, because it's almost as if Lavish Visions is a secret society to most folks within WB. But why do you think we are seeing the continued success in our family members as we're doing?
And I really think that comes back to the culture that we've established. People are coming in, seeing other people having success. And on top of that, they see leaders and other family members actually cheering on that success. It's rare for someone to like cheer on someone else's success and not be envious that it's not happening to them. We've had people, myself included, who have come in after me, who have even more success. We have a 400K trader in the group.
Yes, we do.
That is unprecedented. We've had multiple people come and knock out 200K funded accounts in a fraction of the time it took me. Heck, we had one guy make over 700K last year alone. Like, Absolutely. That is phenomenal.
That's those numbers every time I hear them. And I'm going to keep saying it. In our community, is unheard of. It's really unheard of. So, are you proud to say you're a part of Wealth Builders?
I find it a privilege. I find it an honor. And most importantly, I find it a blessing. Because again, everything happens for a reason. I truly feel like this group has been blessed by God. I didn't have to be here. Like, I could have literally kept scrolling on Instagram that day.
Yes.
Malik could have decided I'll learn this information and teach myself. The fact that we made the simple choice to actually help our fellow brother, help the next person, propelled us to where we're at right now. Making connections, of course, with you, Mama B, Cut, Jordan, the list goes on and on and on. So I am forever grateful.
That's huge. That's huge. One last question. Along with us sharing, caring, and growing and learning together, I'm probably the one that's continuously raising the bar, so to speak, for our leaders and teammates.
That's a fact.
How do you deal with, okay, I've made it, I've hit this goal, and then you talk to me 2 days later and I've pushed it up a little higher. How do you deal with that?
Oh, that's quite easy. Iron sharpens iron. Absolutely. I feel like, I know everyone's been seeing this commercial recently about crypto and Matt Damon saying the future, something about the future and the bold favors the bold.
Yes.
I feel like that applies to everyday life as well. Think about in the past, all the great conquerors, all the people who have actually done something with their life that helped change the world. They were all young. Alexander the Great was what, 20
Come
years
on.
old when he took over.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard to create Facebook, which we all use today. Like, I feel like the fact that most of us are in our 20s, the fact that we have this information that we're not supposed to know, like, we can't help but take on a personal responsibility of not only propelling each other to new heights, but at the same time, encouraging others and being an example that, hey, this is actually possible for you in your life. But to answer your first question, every time I'm thinking to myself, all right, I finally made Mama be happy. Oh, Sam, I need to do this, this, and that. I'm like, oh man. But you know, and I know, it's less of a task and chore, and more of a, you know what I want. You see that hunger within me, like I see that hunger within every other member in my family. So it's like, again, iron sharpens iron. We're pushing ourselves to reach our highest potential.
Absolutely. Love that. Well, Sam, give the community one gem for them to consider why they should join Lavish Visions.
Oh, that's really quite simple. I mean, growing up, of course, the only thing you could think of is, all right, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to make some money, and I'm going to live as best of a life as possible.
Right.
Getting a little bit older, I'm starting to realize what my father and my mother always drilled into my head. It's always about legacy. I want to ask the viewers, what legacy do you want to leave for you and your family? At the end of the day, we only have one life to live. You could be that one person that not only breaks generational curses, but starts the trajectory of your family becoming multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires.
Yeah.
The only person that puts the cap on your potential is yourself. So if you take anything away from this interview, just ask yourself, why not? Why not me?
Why not you? And if they want to follow you and hear you teach, because you break it down, teach this amazing skill set, where would they find you? How would they find you?
Yes, I am under the moniker Sam the Apostle. So on Instagram, just type in Sam the Apostle, and I will pop up. Same thing for Facebook, same thing for TikTok, and on Twitter, it's Sam_the_Apostle.
Awesome.
And those links will be in the description.
Yes, they will. Thank you so much for your time.